I am Abby Marie Silo and we will be discussing about exponential function, equation, and inequalities.
I want all of you to listen carefully because in this podcast, you will be able to distinguish among exponential functions, equation, and inequalities.
That's right, partner.
We are going to look back on third topic in Gen Math when we are in grade 11. That's right, Kay. But before we proceed to the main discussion, I just have a few questions back when we are in grade 11. Now guys, I have a question. Do you still remember our educator in Gen Math?
Certainly, partner.
She was very lovely within those days. I think even now.
Sure she was. That's true, she was gorgeous.
I miss those days.
Me too.
We all miss those days. Now let's go back to our main discussion. Just remember the lesson that we tackle about in exponential function, equation, and equalities.
I can't even mostly remember that topic. But I hope I will. At least I have script.
I'll pray for you that you can remember.
I already did before I got here.
Wow.
Guys, the first question is, do you still remember on how to determine if the given was a exponential function?
I'm not certain, but I think it's defined with a formula mathematical function in the form of f of x is equal to a raised to x, where x is a variable and a is a constant, which is called the base of the function, and it should be greater than 0.
Absolutely.
Wow! Did you study the exponential function before we got there? Am I right?
I'm just intelligent.
Okay then, can you determine if it's a function or not? Y is equals to 12x plus 1.
No, it's not, since exponential function has a constant as a base and an independent variable as an exponent. Thus, y equals to 12x plus 1 does not represent an exponential function because the base is an independent variable.
Oh, good explanation. But it's right, it's not. It's one of the example of non-exponential function.
Can you explain it further, Miss Kim?
Surely. So, when you're going to determine an exponential function, you should remember that the independent variable is the exponent and it has a constant base. So if it's only have an independent variable, it's not a function. So what are the examples of independent variables? So here are some examples. 12x, 10x is raised to 3. 4x, 10y, 16q is an example of independent variable. So, here is one of the following forms of the exponential function. F of x is equal to a raised to x, where x is a variable and a is a constant, which is called the base of the function. For example, f of x is equal to 2 raised to x, so the 2 is the base of the function, and x is the variable. Another example is y is equal to 9 raised to x squared, where 9 is the base of the function, and x squared is the variable.
Well said, Miss Kim.
Now, Matt, I also have a question for you.
Go ahead, challenge me.
What is exponential expression?
Let me think for a minute.
That's a basic question for me. For you.
Exponential expression is when you express the number. Am I right? There's no need for you to say it. I'm always right. Period.
What? Are you for real? Express the number. In what way?
I don't know. Maybe if the numbers is expressing their feelings like sad, happy, or angry.
Allow me to answer the question.
Go.
It is an expression of the form a times b raised to x minus 1 plus d, where b less than 0 not equal to 1. So I can give one example. 4 raised to x minus 1 is one of the example of exponential expression.
Well said.
Is 5 raised to 2 times the quantity of x plus 3 is a exponential expression? Yes, it is also a exponential expression.
I recall it now. 9 raised to x raised to 2 is also an exponential expression.
Just now?
Duh.
How about the exponential equation?
Oh yes, I know that one. Exponential equation is when there is an equal in the given. It is a equation, right?
Quite right, but not all.
Go.
In exponential equation, exponential expression is involved. Just like what Kim said, that an example of exponential expression is 9x raised to x squared.
I don't get it.
You always don't get it. Duh.
So you're like that now.
Just kidding.
Here is the explanation for that. Yes, ma'am. So exponential equation is an equation involving exponential expression. For example, we have 7 raised to 2x minus x squared is equal to 1 over 343. From the word equation, equal. So when we see equal sign and have a exponential, as you can see, 7 raised to 2x minus x squared is the exponential. So that's what we call exponential equation. So that should be remembered.
Well said, Kay.
Oh, alright. So 7 raised to 2x minus x raised to 2 is the exponential and there is equal sign. Then that's an exponential equation. I really do understand it now, but can you give us a last example?
I have ones. So 125 raised to x plus 1 is equal to 5. It's an example of exponential equation since we have an exponential which is the 125 raised to x plus 1 and we have the symbol equal, then that is the exponential equation.
Wow, that's right.
Perfect.
Well said, Kim.
Rodrigo. So before we proceed to the exponential inequalities, let's have first a mini game.
Oh, so you prepared a mini game?
What? There is exponential inequalities?
Yes, Mac, there is.
Yes, I remember that it is also part of the topic, the exponential function.
Precisely.
I'm the only one who don't remember anything.
Isn't it obvious? Everyone?
Well,
I'm just kidding.
Let's get back to the mini game.
Are you guys ready?
Sounds fun.
yes, it's definitely fun for the three of you, duh.
Let's start. Number 1. 4 raised to x minus 1 is equal to 16. Is it?
That one is very easy, but I want Mac to answer that one.
Let's see.
4 raised to x minus 1 is equal to 16. Is the equation exponential equation?
Slay, you get it right.
Of course, I'm intelligent.
Period.
Number 2. f of x is equal to e raised to x. Is it?
Oh, it's still equation.
Yes, it's equation.
You both got it wrong.
What?
Oh, why? It's equation.
That's okay, Kim. Just accept the fact that you are wrong.
It's definitely equation.
It's a function. Exponential function.
Ah, yes it is.
What? Wait a minute. Oh yes, it's definitely a function since we have f of x, a raised to x, so a is the base and x is the exponent of variables.
Exactly. Now for the last number, we have f of x equal to x raised to 2.
Oh, it's equation.
Yes, I think so. Or a function.
It's not. It's none of this, I guess.
How are you so sure of that? Duh.
Mac is right. It's none of this.
But why?
You forgot that 2x squared is a variable. It should be exponential.
Yes, actually, you're right.
Congratulations, Mac.
Now let's proceed to exponential inequalities.
The exciting one.
So do you guys remember this lesson?
I don't remember, but I'm super curious.
You are?
Duh.
Oh, I do. It is an inequality, still exponential expression is involved.
Further explanation, please, Miss Abby.
Sure, Mac. So, we have inequality symbols that we use, right? So, what are those? Less than, greater than, less than, or equal. Greater than, or equal. So, when we see those symbols with exponential expression, that's what we call exponential inequality. For example, 5 raised to 2x minus 5 raised to x plus 1 less than or equal to 0. So since 5 raised to 2x and 5 raised to x plus 1 is an example of exponential expression, and as you can see, we have a inequality symbols here, which is the less than or equal. So therefore, it is an exponential expression.
Nice one, Abby.
Well said.
I get it. I can give one example of exponential inequality. 2 is greater than or equal to 1/2 raised to x. So since we have inequality symbol here, which is the greater than or equal, and we have exponential expression, which is the 1/2 raised to x. Therefore, it is an exponential inequality.
Very good, Mac.
Wow, your brain is functioning.
Or I am just intelligent.
So that's the end of our topic, which is the exponential function.
Wow! Now I know and I remember everything.
But before we end this podcast, how about we play a mini game?
Did you prepare?
Yes. First, let's welcome John Banyas. So, John Banyas will be asking a 5 question for us to answer. I'll let him choose everything.
Hello everyone. All I want you all to do is to raise your hand if you know the answer. And here are the twists that you're going to explain why. Are you guys ready?
Sounds fun!
I'm tired.
Go, we are ready.
Always ready.
First, we have f of x is equal to 5x raised to 2. Yes, Miss Kim?
It's definitely not a V topic that we discussed earlier. Since we have the variable which is 5x squared, it should be the exponential expression.
That's right.
I'm always right. Thanks.
Second, we have 16 is greater than or equal to 1/4 raised to x minus 1. Yes, Miss Abby.
That's the last of the topic, which is the exponential inequality. Why? As you can see, we have the inequality symbol, which is the greater than or equal. And we have a exponential expression, which is the 1/4 raised to x minus 1. So that's what we call exponential inequality.
That's right, Miss Abby. Well said. Now, the third one is 4 times the quantity of 10 raised to x minus 1 is equal to 500. Yes, Miss A.
That is definitely exponential equation. Why? As you can see, we have the equal sign. And the exponential expression, which is the 4 times the quantity of 10 raised to x minus 1 equal to 500. So that is exponential equation.
Good job, Miss K. You're right. Second to the last is we have f of x is equal to b raised to x. Yes, MC?
I think it is exponential function since we have the f of x equal to b raised to x where b is the base and x is the variable or exponent.
That's right. You're right, guy.
Okay lang to, okay lang to.
Wow! Perfect!
Nice one, Mac.
Last question, we have 62 raised to y minus 7 is equal to 121. Yes, Miss Abby?
That is exponential equation. Since we have the exponential expression, which is the 62 raised to y minus 7, and we have the equal sign, then that is exponential equation.
You're right. Good job, everyone.
That's all for today's episode.
That's all the discussion. We hope that you learned something new today.
You should always remember that the differences between the exponential equation and exponential inequality is that exponential equation have the equal sign and exponential expression involved, while the exponential inequality have the inequality symbol. What are those symbols? Again, we have less than, greater than, less than or equal, greater than or equal. So, when we see those symbols with exponential expression, that's what we call exponential inequality. That should be remembered.
An exponential function has a constant as a base and an independent variable as an exponent in the form of f of x is equal to a raised to x, where x is a variable and a is a constant, which is called the base of the function, and it should be greater than 0. That should be remembered.
That's all for today, everyone. See you in the next episode.
Bye. 1, 2, 3, sir.
Hello, everyone!
I am Abby Marie Silosilo.
I am Kim Jefferson Andoy.
I'm Mac Aldrin.
And I am Camaril Ayers Tauro.
And I am Princess Ana Ligado.
I am Alfred JP Kasignan and he is my partner.
Hi, I'm Imarin Gildipudan. This is my partner.
Hi, I'm Janaiza Andaya.
And we are the editor of this podcast.
Hello everyone, I am John Bautista Banyas, part of this podcast.
Hi guys, my name is Nicolas Capena. And I am Vixel Ben Catre.